Yes, welcome to BPM, Blackopolypse, with my sister from another mother, Gwen Good Days. You know what, Gwen?
Yeah.
This is a match made in heaven, man. You never guess what? My mum's got the same name as you.
Look at that. I love that. I love that. That's dope.
You know, actually, she probably hate me saying that because, to be fair, she doesn't really approve of the name. So if she listens, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. It's a long story. I'm not going to go into it here, but I just know that that's her name. I found that pretty late, actually.
That's dope. I just started to embrace Gwen. I found out it means queen. So I'm with it. Now that I'm older, I understand what my name means. So
yeah,
shout out to the Gwens in the world.
it's a nice name, but yeah, some people have different opinions on it. So
yes. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Where are you from anyway, Gwen?
To be specific, I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois.
Okay. It's around Chicago area?
It's 2 hours from Chicago, exactly.
Okay.
2.5. So I'm more near St. Louis, Missouri. A lot of people confuse St. Louis with Missouri, being a whole nother state. So St. Louis, Missouri is across the river from East St. Louis, Illinois.
You know, it's funny with America because I had a guy on a Saturday and he's from 2 weeks ago. He was from Kansas City. And I was like, that's not in Kansas, is it? He said, no. I was like, hold on a minute. Why do they do that in America? They always have a city of the name of another state.
I have no idea.
That's crazy.
It is a thing though. That's why I said to be specific, East St. Louis. But
yeah,
it's crazy out. It's crazy up here.
What I want to ask you, because I've been getting I'm hearing a lot of stories that are troubling me at the moment. You know, we're obviously from the same racial diaspora, and I'm hearing there's a lot of crime. There's a lot of crime in America, like among the black people, like black on black crime, which I don't understand. I don't know if it's like in your state or city where you live, but I was speaking to a guy from, where was he from? Michigan. And the other guy was from, yeah.
And, it's a lot everywhere, but specifically, I can't say that trumps the adverse.
Okay.
Us against each other, we understand that we need to be surviving at this point in time. I believe that the awakening has happened for a lot of us. Yes, there is a lot of crime amongst all races.
But sure.
I think black folk are getting enough of the black on black crime.
Yeah.
In my area, I can't speak for no other place. You know what I'm saying? But I can't speak in totality for all the black people around the world. But I think we're doing better. I think we're learning to do better. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely think it's important that we start coming together, especially after the last, opposite the last episode, with the Black Lives Matter movements and stuff like this. Whether you support it or not, the thing is the message behind it was good. You know, black people need to come together and show people that actually we matter and we do care about each other. And, you know, that we're ready to, you know, take it to the next level, starting businesses, you know what I mean? Educating ourselves, history. That's stuff that we actually really, really need. It's very important for us, you know, to figure out where we come from so we know where we're going. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And obviously, I was listening to one of your podcasts. You was talking about that very topic. I was like, yo, this woman, I love her. I love her. You know, that we need to come together and realize it doesn't make sense killing each other. No. As opposed to educating each other and pushing each other up. You know what I mean? Empowering each other.
Yes, that's what it's really about. That's what it's actually absolutely about. But media will portray that is more black on black crime than anything.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the narrative. That's everything that they want to push about black people, in my opinion. So no, we understand that our lives matter to one another, whether we show it often or not. That isn't to be misconstrued with that we have the saint idea now. No, we still fall. We getting up. You know what I'm saying? But overall, the consciousness of black people, I believe, especially for my generation, we value one another. You know what I'm saying? We see each other. You know what I'm saying? We know to teach our children to understand that life is precious, it's valuable. It's more to life than just being a gangster or being a product of your environment, whether that's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? I know people from all spectrums of life, and that's what makes it beautiful. Whether we show it often or not is the problem. We don't speak about it enough. You know what I'm saying? We don't show each other how we appreciate one another now. We wait till everybody has to be dead and gone and be like, yo, we need to stop all of this. So I think a lot of us are actually like, you know, getting to a different frame of mind and understanding that we have more power. If you just understand that it goes back to understanding yourself and loving yourself. Yeah. And that's my whole movement in understanding that's a good day. You know, you're above the ground. You made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not in the casket today. So you got something to do. You know what I'm saying? You got a day to get this better than yesterday. And that's really what I'm trying to push, because we often sit in yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And that makes us all just be like really self-loathing and, you know what I'm saying, envious of other people. It's all about your energy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about your mindset and how you apply that and your losses to life. And coming from where I come from, it's not glamorous. No. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it ain't a war zone of just crime. Like people have seen it. It's not like that. It's small. It's 89 blocks. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got. You know, so we understand that it takes a village, and we actually pushing that narrative more now than ever. Where I'm from, I can't speak for no other places, like I said. So, Good Days with Gwen is just the beginning of what the resilience of the City of Champions has to offer. Yeah, really, you know.
I like that. Like I said, I'm hearing that like you gotta walk around, you gotta go like fuel your car up, for example, put gas in your car. You gotta make sure you got a gun, because someone might come in. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna approach you. I don't know if they're gonna shoot you. See, I don't live in that life, you know what I mean? I can't identify with that lifestyle because I don't live in it. You know, where I live is in the suburbs. It's peaceful. Okay, given I live around a lot of like European people, but you know, I don't have to worry about fueling my car. I don't have to worry about people coming up on me and trying to take my stuff, you know. And I can't imagine that mindset. You know, I'm like, wow, that's real, man. You know,
it's real.
So that's a scary thought, because there was a time, like I said on one of my last podcasts, there was a time when I actually wanted to move to America, California, actually. And I'm kind of thinking now, was it a godsend that I never went? Was I blessed for not going, you know, not making it? Because maybe I would end up shot or something. It's a scary thought.
You never know your fate.
Yeah,
it's a
scary thought. Anyway, just to touch on your podcast, you always play like smooth music and stuff when you're this is like a Phoebe. It's so nice. It's nice.
Say that again.
I said, do you always? Did your connection go? I was asking if you always play like really nice music behind your podcast. You always starting them off like.
Yes, like
good vibe.
Have to. I think a good vibe or a good day starts with some nice music, whether you like classical or what have you. I like preferably R&B, a little hip hop, you know what I'm saying? But my genres are widespread, but particularly on a good day, I'm listening to some nice old school classics, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wake up your day. Yes, like, cause you made it. Like, dance about it. Your body's still moving, like you still working. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a real thing to captivate or to be about, I think, you know, and it helps. Yeah. It helps. You raise your vibrations that way, and others around you understand it's more to life than being so sad and, you know, miserable. That's true. I mean, sadness is real, but you don't live there. That's my thing. You don't want to live in sadness. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants you to really be sad. Like, if you lose a person, you would think in their honor, you want to rise up and change the dynamic.
Yeah. So that's a good thing, actually, starting our first topic. Obviously, you was in a place, like obviously dark place, being in depression and stuff. And that's like, if I touch on sadness, like me, I know when someone's got on my nerves that day and I don't feel good, you know, I live in that space for a very short amount of time, and then I recognize it and I get out of it. So what I do, I try and revert back to something that I found maybe comforting back in the past, maybe something I like doing. Like, remember, I used to play football, not your football, but like soccer, you know.
Right.
Blasphemy. I used to play soccer back in the day, and I used to love it when we used to win. So sometimes I'll think back to that day and I'm like, yeah, man, we won. It was a great performance. I feel good. Now you obviously, yeah, that's how I overcome some sadnesses, or I think of times I've had like small wins. Like
exactly.
so you was depressed. I read in your biography. When did you realize you was depressed? Like, how did that come about?
When my body was attacking itself.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
believe, my own experience is when, I wasn't, I knew to eat better, but I wasn't choosing to, I wasn't making the greatest choices and what fuels the body, and knowing my health situation. You weren't, I wasn't inspired to do anything healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought I was, invincible. But at the same time, you don't know you're suffering until you just really start to examine things about you. And when you're in the hospital trying to live, you got some time to examine some things.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what, it's up to me, because otherwise my body's gonna always win if I don't listen to the things that I need to listen to and to get out and to process and to understand. You know what I'm saying? So it led me to a journey of being a therapist, and
Yeah.
it all played for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It was a dark place for a time, but I say I had depression. Depression didn't have me. It wasn't a long bout of it, but it was enough for me to be like, yo, this ain't how you would treat you. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, So I was like, I'm tired of being in the hospital. I'm tired of doing things. I'm tired of doing things that I'm taught to do, but my body is like, no, that's not really it. So I went to a more holistic approach with whatever being said about my diagnosis. Like I said in my podcast, I don't wear sickle cell. It's not my name. That's not the first thing I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? But that is a part of my journey. But in learning all of that, it just made me understand to, just tune in more to my body and listen to what she has to say. But being depressed wasn't a long time. It was just a long enough time for me to realize, I'm on the other side of the dirt.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because that's something that, like, the last 5 weeks, anyone who follows me on Facebook would know that I've been doing a sugar diet. So I've completely cut sugar out my diet for 5 weeks.
Congrats.
And I'll tell you one thing, the first people that said to me was, you've lost weight. Yeah, in 5 weeks, I lost 7 kilos just because of sugar. And I was like, hold on a minute. I was like, hold on, what's going on with this whole sugar thing? So I had a look, I did a bit of research into it, and I was looking at like the sugar content in a lot of stuff. Like, for example, cola. If you drink a 500, I think you guys have 560 milliliters in or you have something ounces, I guess, in America. We have 500 milliliters. Now, if you drink one of those, you've drank, or your intake of sugar is about 50 grams. 50 grams of sugar in one bottle of cola. And that's like, yo. So you think, right, daily, you're probably taking about 100 to 150 grams of sugar daily. That works out to about half a ton a year of sugar.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are not aware of this. They're just like, I'm just going to eat this. And if you're not looking at what you're eating, I'm a vegetarian too. I've been a vegetarian for over 10 years.
Go up, go.
Yeah, I was a vegan for a couple of years, but I was traveling too much, and that kind of got on my nerves. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to be vegan. Because they don't understand vegan. You go to like some Asian country where they're eating rats. And you're like, yeah, I don't eat rats. Can you give me some vegetables? What? No, you gotta eat rats. You need it. I'm like, no. So I said,
give me the
vegetables. So yeah, it's very important. I like, me personally, I feel better being this way. You know what I mean? I feel good, and I think everyone should at least try that. I see like especially among our communities, a lot of obesity. A lot of people are bigger than they should be. Because they neglect their diet. They eat too much sugar, cakes, fatty foods. And we need to start realizing that this is the only body we have, man. We have one body for about 90 years.
Only get this one.
Yeah. And it's not coming back. Once a part is defective, you're never getting that piece back. It's gone. Your liver, your kidney, once that's gone, you're gone. That's why God gave us two of everything almost, apart from a heart. So That's very definitely one of those things. So wait, so you had depression was kind of a small thing, and then you had the sickle cell. But I actually have the sickle cell trait, but not full blown sickle cell.
Okay.
The one positive about sickle cell is you're pretty much immune to things like the African disease, like malaria and stuff. You can't catch it. It doesn't work with your body. So that was one of the benefits. So when I went to Africa and stuff, well, I didn't try and get bit by a mosquito, but I knew that when I'm there, I don't need any injections and stuff like this. So yeah, just thought I'd fill you in that. And then you had pneumonia. Was that also a part of your depression bout?
Yeah, that didn't help. You know what I'm saying? But that definitely made it a part of made it worse having pneumonia at the time. It was after me losing my brother, the pneumonia gained, because I wasn't, in a good headspace. And of course, when you're vulnerable, when you're susceptible to this, you're in a low vibration, your body is more prone to picking up, infections and whatever, what I'm saying? So that played a part as well, and that gave me even more time to reflect, so it wasn't easy.
Yeah, I can imagine all this stuff is not easy. As soon as you have depression, it's disastrous. And then you're referring to losing your brother. Can you tell us what happened there? I don't know how deep you want to go into it, but you could tell like this seemed to have all come together in one little short time.
Yeah.
Or over a longer time.
This was over at the time it was 2019.
Also recent.
Recent.
Yeah, very recent.
Very, very recent. It's fresh, but I can still talk about him in power. You know what I'm saying? Without breaking down anything. But yeah, he was found in a creek in a place called Cahokia, and I never found that to be okay, and I don't think he deserved it. So the part of not knowing what happened didn't help depression. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just not knowing and just knowing who he was, and you think you got time, everything floods your mind. You know what I'm saying? You start getting weighed by it. That's why it's called depressed, because you can start to get pressed with so many thoughts of everything that that are meant to break you. So with that, I just had to find the light. I had to find some light, and music is a part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be gospel or hip hop, I'm balanced. I listen to all that. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of my escape, and writing more, journaling more, and the podcast helped because when I got released from the hospital, I had to get my lungs back, of course, because when pneumonia stuff is, it's not good. You know what I'm saying? So building those up and challenge to start a podcast to, talk. I mean, I always like to talk, but in this case, it was a struggle to talk. So I was just like, let me give it what I got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What else am I doing? I'm laying here trying to learn how to breathe again. So why not make it make sense? Why not make a little piece of change? So and that kind of began it, and I represent my brother from today to forever, That's it, and I want anybody and everybody who has ever lost someone to senselessness in any way, be it gun or mysterious, or they deemed it accidental, so it's just like, take it one day at a time. Keep it simple. Stop blaming yourself. I had to start telling myself that, because you kind of do when you lose somebody that's close to you, a sibling.
Yeah.
I could have been there more. I should have been there. This, I should have said this. I should have, I should have knew this. But it's stuff like that that'll come against you, and you just gotta learn how to work through it and find your power through that pain, like I always talk about.
Yeah. I always feel like something like death. Like, fortunately, up until now, I've not really lost anybody close to me. But I always feel like death is the end of the journey, and I actually feel like sometimes death is Like for me, I feel like death is the way out, man. I feel like we're on this planet and it's a mess. And I'm not wishing death upon myself or anybody, but I feel like, yeah, I do feel like this planet is absolute mess. I'm like, oh my God, are we literally in hell right now? Is this the hell that the Bible is speaking of?
That's
Because
what I be thinking sometimes. I be thinking it. I be thinking that too.
we made it here, man. Forget this whole, yeah, you're going to hell. We're already there. We made it to hell.
Or
We're
something.
sitting here. You know, it's not hot. It's cold. You know? Hell is cold, man. They make you work.
Hey, if it's too cold, it is hot because it's frozen. You know, you can freeze a burnt. So
Yeah. They make you work to eat. You know, everything grows for free, but you gotta pay for it.
Yep.
They're killing the whole planet. They're destroying the place they live on. You know, everyone's selfish. I don't know if you follow some of the media, but it's Kylie Jenner, man. I can't believe this woman. A plastic surgeon gets sick, and she's a billionaire, but she asks her fans to donate to a plastic surgeon. And I'm like, it's just $6,000. It isn't that much money. I'm like, yo, this is where I live. This is my home.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard it all.
It's insanity. Yeah, we live in truly an insane world. This is how, and I think when you die, like, you know, I'm going to stay here now for my kids and stuff, but when it's my time, I'll be like, you know what? You can't get any worse than this.
It's up from here.
It's all uphill. Yeah, it's all downhill from here. So even I think the worst thing, only the way you die is probably the worst thing. You know, I mean, your brother was obviously a young guy, and anyone who goes that young is sad. You know, I think you should be able to live it till at least 70 or 80. Then after that, it's like,
hello,
yeah, okay,
yes.
I'm done.
Yes, I believe that. Yes.
Yeah.
Not in your 30s. Not in your 30s.
Not in your 30s. No, that's too young. Yeah. That's too young. You still got a lot to give.
I don't even know Dickinson the third. Okay, if y'all don't know, that's exactly who I do this for. You know, in generations to come. So
yeah,
put that out there.
It's definitely important for us. Like that's why I started Blackopolypse. Blackopolypse, the name is because to me, Blackopolypse is basically the world turned on its head. So the black people kind of try and help each other out, you know, and bring each other in and help the world out like it's supposed to be. We're not telling rubbish. We're talking the truth here. You know what I mean? We're trying to figure out how to make it a better place and not okay, how can we keep these guys enslaved? You know, pretty much like what they're doing to us at the moment. So that was the idea behind this whole Blackopolypse thing. Because I can imagine for our cousins, Blackopolypse would be an apocalypse for them.
I think the concept is dope. I think you got it. I think you got it with this, man. You got it with this. That is exactly how it feels. I was like, when I got to see people start climbing the walls of Congress places, I was like, this looks like something off of the zombie movies. Like zombies out here, but don't nobody be trying to hit it. So that's why I rant. I really do be talking about it on my podcast as well. It's amazing out here. It is. I can only imagine what it's like over there, but it's amazing over here.
Yeah. We have other problems over here where we are in Europe. We got like, I don't know, you guys would consider yourself to have a lot of freedom, where we'd say we're probably more controlled, you know, we're watched a lot closer, you know, everyone's watching us, what we do. You know, they've just brought in a law where we can't protest. We're not allowed to protest. If we protest, we can face up to 10 years in prison.
What?
Yeah. It's real life, man. Yeah.
10 years to say what you feel for your people? You can't congregate, none of that.
10 years.
No assembly.
Just chilling. Just like, how'd you get in here? I killed 10 people. How'd you get in here? I protested. Whoa, he's a killer, man.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
Learn that today.
That's reality, man. So anyway, so I heard you speak about Dr. Sebi on one of your podcasts too.
Yes. That man was brilliant.
Yeah.
He was on purpose. He was on time, man.
Yeah. For real. Did he help you with to change your weight, like change especially like your eating habits and stuff? Did you follow some of his patterns?
I definitely love sea moss now. I will say that. I will say I love some Irish sea moss. Yeah, I haven't had the purple yet, but I'm still researching and doing different things. But yes, as far as the holistic approach, I have definitely been looking into it and learning more and more. I love ashwagandha. I found more about that, so I take that. It doesn't taste like much, but it's beneficial. So I'm still learning. I'm still learning more about it. But yeah, I haven't been hospitalized in like 5 years. So
Okay,
knock on somebody's wood.
yeah.
Yeah, been doing
Yeah.
pretty well, and expressing myself helps, of course, with my podcast.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. That's definitely something. It's like therapeutic, isn't it? It's like therapy. You get to talk to me. We don't know each other that well, but we get to talk. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things I always advocate. Like, I don't like, especially this time we're living in now with the whole coronavirus, the COVID, and you're not allowed to talk to people. Because I'm the sort of person, I'll go out and I'll approach a stranger on the street and be like, yo, what's up? Yo! Right. And I'll give them this energy, let them feel my energy, and we'll start talking. It'll be a explosion of conversation. And then an hour later, I'll be gone. They'll be gone. But they'll remember that for a week later or 2 weeks. A strange guy came up to me today. And it was great. That's what I like to do. And I tell people to do this. Go around and talk to people and find out what you never know who you're going to meet. You never know what's going to go on.
Exactly. That's the beautiful part.
And that's it.
You never know.
But at the moment now, they've got us all behind masks and locked up inside, and I can't be myself. I feel like I'm not a human anymore. I've lost the human side of myself. I'm like, man, I talk to nobody, man. I'm here talking to a screen, to a camera.
Yes. Yep, that's where we are. That's where we are now. That's where we at.
Yeah,
that's what is life? That's
it. This is it. Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, that's it. From afar, what's up?
Yeah, man. So
you gotta make it. You make it your reality.
Yeah, I'll do it anyway. I don't listen to none of these guys, man. They could tell somebody else, man, who listen. I ain't listening to them. Anyway, so you're like, you consider yourself a healer. Would you say you're a healer?
That's one.
That's a.
I like to help. I'm more like a helper in healing. I can't say I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, you're healed. No, not that deep.
But I think healing comes in many different ways. You know what I mean? It's like, if you can give somebody really good advice and they can follow that advice, you can heal them, like, mentally. You can stroke people, and make them learn to intimacy. That's a form of healing, if you ask me. I think healing is not just like putting your hand on their head and going, demons away. I don't go to the doctor. I think there's a lot of different healing, takes many shapes and guises. I feel, and obviously, I mean, you've had your experiences, and you can bring people through the experience. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you've been depressive, you had pneumonia, sickle cell, and you know how to overcome that. You've overcome it yourself. So now when someone comes and says, I'm feeling depressed, what did you do? You can say, I did this, changed my diet, started exercising, started doing podcasting, started writing. And they'll be like, I'm going to try that too. Then all of a sudden you've healed somebody, maybe
I mean, not.
You haven't taken
in a way, I'm an assister. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I spark that in you, then sure. I won't. But it's been as far as being a professional massage therapist, because I help people feel better than what they did feel like before they came to see me. So that part is of a healer. Yeah. But I like to say I'm helping people heal, because it takes work. It's not just me doing it. You gotta want to help yourself too. You gotta You gotta help yourself heal. So I'm an assister. I'm a helper, and you healing. So that's the beauty of it. Yes, I'll take that.
Yeah,
cool. Help heal the world one therapeutic touch at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I love the look, man. I love the look. I'm an advocate of Black people being natural. That's why I started growing my hair out. Yeah.
Yes.
I love that you've got your hair kind of locked up, I guess, or is it twisted?
Yeah, I got locks. Yeah,
man.
10 years worth. I think this is year 10, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Do you believe that Black people in general need to set a new standard of beauty for themselves?
Always represent what you need to be represented. Like wherever is lacking, pick it up. And of course, there's a lot of European more is glorification with the fairer the skin, the beautiful you are. Yeah, that's out there. But I see different. I see more of my chocolate girls representing. You know what I'm saying? The darker skin girls or whatever. We all brown. It's just different shades of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Nobody's better. You know, it's just a little darker, a little lighter. That's it. But you know, I understand the narrative that has been pushed that way too.
Yeah.
I never fell for it. Them perms, honey, I got over them perms fast in my life. When those were a thing, I was like, I don't like burning. I don't like itching. I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep this up. And you know, it was too much. I was like, no, you know what? However this hair gonna grow, it's gonna grow. I put some heat to it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't need none of that. That hair crack. That's what I call it. That hair crack. That hair crack. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. That shit was hot. Don't nobody like that for real. Beauty is not the same. You ain't got to do that to yourself, lady. If y'all still doing purrs, stop doing that. That's in my opinion.
That's so powerful what you just said. Beauty is not a thing. That is so true. And even if you want to call it a thing, it lasts a minute amount of time in your life. You look good for 15 years, maybe. And after that, after that, you're just a human. That's it. Men and women, after that, you're a human. You're not in no contest. You're not a model. You're not walking a catwalk. You're not doing nothing. You're just a human. Yeah, you're just you. You know, you didn't develop your brain or anything. You just walk around with a mask on.
Yeah. Some people you can't even pay to put a mask on. But teach your song, do your thing, live your life. What I say. But don't try to kill me in the midst of you living your life.
Yeah.
You know.
Trust me.
Wear that mask until they figure out what's going on. Yeah. Whether you get the vaccine or not, I'm not in that.
No, I ain't in that either, man.
I ain't in none of that. Y'all can have all of that, but yeah.
So I heard you talking about there's always someone's always trying to kill. Like if there's a black guy or black person who's trying to come up, like one of our brothers or sisters, there's always people who are around to kill them quickly. Like I guess that's the only way to bring down a black person if it gets too much like Tupac, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Who's the guy who just did the film? He only lasted about a year or two and then he was killed as well. Not Birth of a Nation. What was that film that just came out with the English brother? Oh, I forgot, man. Fred Hampton. Is it Fred Hampton? So basically, is it Fred Hampton? I think it's something Hampton. He was killed. He was like a guy who was coming up. He was like bringing everyone together, and then all of a sudden,
yes, the story of him. Oh yeah, that happened. That movie did just come out. You're right.
Yeah, He was
a revolutionary. Sure was.
Yeah, it was a great. Well, according to the film, I don't know much about him, but that was also one of those things where he's getting famous. Some guys infiltrated. One of our own brothers have infiltrated and took him out. You know. And
for his own selfish dealings, man. That was selfish. That was crazy. He was envious though. That was already in his heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. That's why I talk about it. Like if you feel a ways, express yourself. Don't just be out here lurking and picking people off. Like shit, tell somebody. Say something. No, but it's real and it works. It works every time. It seems like the pattern in history. Not American history, but like Black history, that anytime you find a person who has some type of stature to do something or change something, they get the missing or something happened to them. I'm like, this ain't no conspiracy. This is for real. This is real life. This is happening to us. No, this is not what they just putting on the TV. This is for real. It's like people, you know, it just goes away. It's like, y'all don't remember Emmett Till? Can we go back that far? Anybody remember that? I mean, they got to look at that. The same stuff, the same people. Like, y'all, okay. vigilante police people, right? Okay, so, but no, it's a lot that people just won't acknowledge, and that's where we're failing as people.
Yeah. So what I was gonna ask is, does it make sense then? Like for me, for example, I wouldn't mind being one of these guys, comes up and says, "Yeah, come on, rally the people. Come, we're gonna do something, we're gonna make some change." But I'm sitting here scared, like, yo, you ain't killing me.
Hey, you better know what you signed up for.
Yeah, I think you gotta become a martyr. I guess you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna do this with the view to knowing that someone's gonna take me out. But make sure before they take me out, I've put out enough advice, I've changed the world enough that I have a legacy. You know what I mean?
Legacy is everything. If you what else you living for? You better try to create something while you can. Time ain't waiting for nobody. It don't matter if you black or blue.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it simple.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody awakes at a different time. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Like, that's part of life. You know what I'm saying? And hey, that's why every day is a good day.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even just let's say it wasn't even just the black group. If you think of people like John Lennon, was Kennedy, all these guys who tried to make a change too, they killed them as well. They kill you. So not just black people, it's exclusive. Right. It's just if you try and make a change.
Diana, I think Princess Diana was for the people. They didn't like her. They didn't like that. They didn't like her mind. She had too much influence for lower class people. So I think, and that's just my belief. But it has been more than it's more than just the black folks that's being picked off. But if you look like me, you see in the trail, you see in the straight. But but I can't. I'm not the white people. I can't speak for what they have done and haven't done. I've seen a lot of stuff they ain't stopped doing. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, stop killing us, man. We just want to live and give us some of that money. That's all.
Just trying to live. Just trying to make a way out of no way. Mind our black-owned businesses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's getting better though now. I think I see them putting posters up now with one like mixed girl on there, light skin girl. We're getting there.
They trying to diversify it,
yeah. With like one mixed guy on there, one mixed girl, light skin. Not too dark. Don't make it too dark. Just Can the pass as dark? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they got that. They got that bag. That is definitely popular. That's more popular.
Yeah.
Or is it becoming more acceptable or whatever it's called? Like, it's more sensitive now, right? You gotta put everybody, you gotta include everybody. Don't be getting on lawsuits. Hey, y'all is being. So they gotta get all the colors of the rainbow in these
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because people be like, hey, we see that. I'm gonna call discrimination. I'm trying not to get the claims. They're trying to get some claims out here.
Yeah. Definitely. Especially in America, man. You guys can sue for anything, man. So it just falls over. Yo, I'm suing you, damn it.
Hey.
Has nothing to do with me. I saw that guy fall over. I'm suing.
Hey, for real. That's people do be on it. People do. They try to catch you. Try to catch these companies slipping, but they be like, oh yeah. So
just want to touch on one last thing before we talk about your podcast and stuff. We've been talking about your podcast, but what was this thing about I saw something happen with the agencies on the topic of race. I saw like 10 of them got killed by some guy, and you spoke about it on one of your podcasts as well. It was like and I saw a little bit about Asians Lives Matter, but I didn't seem to get any of the information out. I was like, what is this now? I was like, I thought it was Black Lives Matter yesterday, and now it's like Asian Lives Matter all of a sudden. I'm like, hold on, we ain't even finished with our stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
Let us finish.
I knew that would make people click it, right? Because all in all, the sole message was, why in the hell is people still being apprehended after killing people? Just admittedly, just being apprehended, like cuffed and safely tucked away, where it's been the opposite for Black lives, is what I was saying. Like, damn, people been in the parking lot sleeping, minding their business, or just picking up their kids, or just celebrating, or just being Black, or just running. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's been happening. So Asian Lives Matter made everybody want to be like, yo, what the hell? Well, like you said, Black lives supposed to still be mattering right now. Why you just gonna put that in there? I mean, life matters. Yes, I understand it. All the rainbows of colors matter. But why is the people still killing people? Why is it still being like a trend for more specifically white killers? They call them terrorists. Call them terrorists. White terrorists kill up stuff, blow up shit, and get apprehended.
Yeah, I don't get that.
And other people just get caskets and just get us. I'm sorry. I'm remorseful kind of stuff. Like, what?
I had a bad day at work. You like, you killed 10 people.
Yeah. And he surrendered with his gun, with his hands up. It's like, oh, really? With his hands up? Sounds familiar, but opposite story happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what is happening around here in heaven or hell, right?
It's hell, man. It is definitely hell.
Yeah, so that part. Yeah. Asians got shot up, and I don't know why.
I'm trying to figure out why someone would want to. Let's be honest, the Asians are the most peaceful. I mean, I don't know what they do. Like, but most Asians I've ever met are really peaceful. They don't cause no trouble. They're well-to-do. You know, they have good jobs. They always help out. So I'm wondering why anyone would want to pick on, especially they're a minority. They are a minority too, and they're not like. When you look at how many Black people there are, Asian people are like 5% of those. Apart, unless you go to China. So why do you want to pick on the minority of the minorities? Yo.
He had a reason. I just don't know the story behind it. I just know that people died because of his actions, and he happened to be a white man. That's it. That's all I knew. And I was like, whoa, he got handcuffed? Dang. Not saying he should have died, but like, whoa, y'all see something wrong with everything else going around?
Yeah.
You know, but hey, ain't nobody living this Black life with me, and that's all I be trying to say. I'm just like, it's just me. I know it's not just me. It can't just be me out here seeing this. Y'all not seeing this?
No.
That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah. If it was us, we have to say that. If it was us.
Do we have to say that? Do we have to say that?
No.
Like, that's where I'm at. Do we have to say it? Like, y'all see what's up? But okay, this is a good day. It's a good damn day.
It's a good day. Okay, so anyway, tell me about your podcast, man. A good day. Do you do music?
Do I do music?
Yeah.
I wish. I'm not a producer. You mean like that?
You know you can do music, man. You know you can do it.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? In my spare time, I think I'm a DJ in my head, but that's just in my head. So I stick that to the pros, you know what I'm saying? Like, people know how to mix and master and understand all of that. I got enough on my mind as it is, let alone get some beats together. I do not. I know some good music when I hear it, though.
All right. So how did you come up with, I mean, we learned a little bit, but how did you come up with Good Days?
Because that's kind of where my head went. I thought something with a G, because at first my name is Gwen, so I was like, let me see what go with it. Okay, Good Days. Okay, it's a good day with Gwen. Okay, and it stuck to me. I was just like, flat out, it is a good day. That was my mentality behind it, because it is a good day. I'm not below the earth.
Okay. So what does your therapy consist of then? What do you offer as therapy?
Say that again.
What do you offer as therapy?
In my practice as a massage therapist.
Oh, you're a massage therapist?
Yes.
Ah, okay. I want to learn massage therapy. That's something I want to learn.
Oh, it's fun. You gotta know a lot of anatomy.
Yeah, man. I'm late to the party because I was meant to go to Thailand. I wanted to go and do a Thai two-week training course, but because of this whole Corona stuff, man, it's kind of messed me up a little bit.
You'll get back to it. It'll happen when it's supposed to.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but as far as massage therapy goes, Swedish and deep tissue. Swedish being relaxation, and deep tissue can be intense because it's going to a slight deeper tissue, muscle in the tissue. Yeah. So can be intense. But yeah, therapy for me on my podcast is music and sound therapy and Tibetan bowls and whatever else that I find, because everything is so amusing. I'm like, oh, this is binaural beats, frequencies, you know, all of those things that come with us. We're part of those instruments, and I love that there are other ways to kind of escape or to meditate. People call it escaping, I call it meditating. Tomato. But yes, I like music. Music has really been a part of it and expressing, because lyrics are expressive, is what people feel or what people have experienced, and I love that.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, one day I want you to, if I ever get over to Illinois, I'm always trying to steal a free appointment with my guests. And that's the trade-off, and you call it a podcast, I can steal an appointment. Massage. This time I can't offer you any. Normally I offer my guests a good piece of advice, and then I'll take 50% of the profits later. But today I have nothing for you. Actually, I know what you could do. Actually, here you go. Could integrate yoga classes in there.
Yoga? I don't do yoga classes.
Yoga is beautiful. You know what the thing is, when you're talking about therapy, yoga, especially with like massages and all this stuff, deep tissue massages, Thai yoga, you can integrate beautifully into anything like that. Meditation.
Well, I don't do yoga classes yet. That sounds like a good thing. I mean, I believe in yoga. I had to do yoga in school, and I do my own, but just not, for other people.
And you definitely have like the voice. You have the voice, because like listening to your podcast, it's very soothing, it's very relaxed. You speak with a humbleness, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I'm in this, man. Nice.
Yes. Okay. I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
I'm subscribed to you now, so I'm gonna be listening to you more often. Like, yes, when I need to come down, when the kids have got my nerves, I'm just gonna be like, yo, it's nice.
Hey,
I'm out.
As long as I can help. Yes, that's what it's for. That's really what it's about. Yes, that's the concept. Good Days with Gwen. Yeah, I just want to help you get away from them kids. That's why in my guided meditations or my guided inspirations, I say, go in the closet if you need to. You know what I'm saying? Make the kids play hide and seek and find you. Go somewhere and meditate. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave them with their daddy or whoever.
Yeah.
Go somewhere for 5 minutes and just go get your zen. Go reset your button. People don't do that no more. Like, we don't believe in naps anymore. Not just kids. Yeah. We need naps too. How you think you get that brain to slow down a little bit? Go to sleep.
Yeah. That's very important you saying that, because like obviously in Spain they have to call it the siesta. And I think in Japan they started integrating naps like during work hours. And if you look at every single animal, a lot of these people got dogs and cats who are sleeping all the time, you know what I mean? We're the only ones who are expected to stay awake until we go to bed. So when we wake up in the morning until we go to bed, we're supposed to stay awake, even though you have these low points in the day where you're like, yo, just have to eat, sleep. You expect to stay awake. So that's something we really need to integrate back into society anyway as a whole, because I think that's why we're more sick, we're more stupid.
Yeah.
We're not developing fast enough. It's because we're not doing what nature tells us to do. When your body clock says go to sleep, you should be going to sleep. And that's the best sleep you have as well. Have you ever felt like, you're really tired and you're like, yo, I'm going to sleep, man. I'm going to actually just lying there, you're like,
yeah, that's a real thing. We don't implement that. Like these companies and stuff think we robots. We're not.
I just want to know. Yeah, I just want to know who's planning all this, man. who expects us to be. Actually, I don't even think I've got to the point where I don't even know if they know what they're doing anymore. I think it's some guy who made it up a long time ago, thought it was a good idea and started passing it on. And now we don't even know why we do it. We just do it, you know, and there's no one come along and said, hey, wait, stop. Well, there's been a lot of people. They're the ones who got shot. We talked about earlier in it. Who say, stop, let's do it different. Bang, bang. You're gonna mess up that, man. Oh, okay. I'm gonna give you a minute. You can promote yourself. Let us know where we can find you. Yes.
Well, I'm Gwen. Good Days with Gwen. It's my podcast on Acre FM, Spotify, all that good stuff, as well as Facebook, Good Days with Gwen, as well as Instagram, experience_Gwen. So that's the full word, experience_Gwen. And yeah, check me out. You know, overcome your journey, tell your story. Every day is a good day as long as you are alive and can tell about it. Yeah. Your story matters, your life matters, and we all we got. So united we stand.
That's good, man. Your life matters. That's the one. That's what we need to use.
Yeah, it does.
Your life matters. I'm gonna reach out to you because you said your name's Experience. I've got a group in Germany who are talking about obviously black hair, and I want you to maybe send some pictures of your hair. I'm gonna put it onto their site. That's in Germany. Yeah. I want some of that because it's all about natural black hair. You know, we're trying to start a natural, like obviously there's a natural hair movement, but I want to, you know, make it bigger.
Let's get it.
Heal the nation. All right.
Thank you for your time today.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Anytime we're gonna have to do another part 2 at some point. Anytime you need to talk or whatever, I'm available. You got my number.
Bet.
Thanks for joining me, Gwen.
Peace.
From Blackopolypse. Bye.
Bye.